Okay, my noble band of outlaws. Yes, I have the portable stove set up in my room. That is not what I wanted to show you. This is. Now you're probably thinking, Outlaw, what is this abomination that you are brewing in your room? Well, I actually decided to heat up a bacon wrapped pork loin that I had. And instead of throwing away the juices, I remembered what people used to do before throwing away the juices, and that's saving everything. The way they would do it is that they would make a soup out of it. Now, it's right easy to make the way I did it. After you've cooked the pork tenderloin, you throw bread in there and make a roux. Then you put water in the bowl and just let it heat up. It's an extremely simplistic way of making a soup that can be a lovely accoutrement to a meat dish. And the best part is that you don't throw away any of the meat drippings. You don't lose any of the flavor. Naturally, the flavors are not as impactful once the water has been added. Now, how long you're supposed to boil this, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm going to let it go for about 30 minutes and come back. And then I'm going to splice that footage into this. So until next time, I'm out. Peace. Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. I'd say my soup's done. A lovely consistency. Now, like I said, this is what they would do back in early 1900s, late 1800s, all the way back to basically the dawn of cookery. And yes, I did say cookery, not crockery. Crockery is the utensils for cookery. If you ever read an old 18th century cookbook, it would say usually the art of cookery. Little mini rant aside. A good spoonful. They did this so not to waste anything. It's amazing what you can do with just adding a few simple extra shit to what you're cooking. In this case, all I did was add some bread and some water. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, it's hot. This would be a good thing for like a winter's night. Or, I want to say, like, you're making a hearty meal. This could even double as potentially a gravy. I'm probably eating pretty much a thin gravy. I'm living every redneck's dream. Not to mention that if you're planning a multi-course meal, which usually in a multi-course meal you have soup, salad, appetizer, main course, dessert. The usual three-course meal is appetizer, main course, dessert. But as you're getting into a multi-course meal, you first have soup, salad, then appetizer, then main course, then dessert. And if you're needing a soup, this could actually be a relatively good time saver. Because as you're cooking the main course, you can set the main course aside to then rest. Like say you're cooking like a rack of beef. Not a rack of beef, like a beef brisket. And you have the biscuit drippings. Or, not biscuit, brisket. Or like I was doing, and I actually smoked the pork loins earlier in a pan with some butter, Worcestershire sauce, fish sauce, obviously, salt, pepper. That's what this is missing. It's missing garlic. But in any case, you could actually do that as well. Like you could take the drippings from those, heat them back up if they've been solidified like mine was. Bring them to a boil, throw some bread in there, your choice of bread. I used some old not old, I bought them last week, but hamburger buns. Broke them up, threw this in here, mixed it all together into like a roux, which if you don't know what a roux is, it's a thickening agent for soups and sauces. Usually either made out of water and cornstarch or water and flour. You can also make a roux out of flour and butter. Basically, adding flour or cornstarch to any kind of liquid dish will immediately start to thicken it. Because I don't know the exact science. I assume the flour and the cornstarch help the moisture evaporate quicker. You want to be very careful when doing that because it can easily over thicken on you. I know, it's happened to me. I made a soup out of canned ham once. It'd be so much better with garlic. But, what do you think, my noble band of outlaws? Does our meat dripping soup look appetizing? I'm not lying when I say this is good. The only thing that's keeping me from just drinking this shit is that I'm so used to cooking with garlic that anything that doesn't have garlic in it, I can't really get too excited about eating, especially if it doesn't have a strong garlic taste. And I'm actually debating whether to put this up and tomorrow make some rice and mix the rice in with this. I might actually do that. I might actually just put this up and make some rice and put it on top of that. Yum. If I don't start just eating it, because the flavor's growing on me. So I get these weird ideas and then I do this weird shit. Oh god, it's so good, I'm drooling. That's how you know when shit's good, when you eat it and you still drool. Ooh, that's a nice bacon bit. Oh yeah, the pork loins were wrapped in bacon, so... It's making me salivate. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all be crazy rednecks, resume use your weapons. And this video begins. Way longer than I wanted it to. I'm out. Peace.